In finance class, we probably want to make a distinction between the arithmetic average and the geometric average when it comes to rates of return for an investment. The arithmetic average is answering the question, what was the average of the yearly rates of return? Whereas the geometric average answers the question, what was the growth rate of your investment? Let's look at a simple example. We invest $100. The first year we earn 3%, second year 4%, third year 5%. Let's do the arithmetic average first. The arithmetic average, which answers the question, what was the average of the yearly rates of return, is simply the average we've been using since grade school. Take the total of the observations, divide it by the number of observations. So in our calculator, we'll take 3 plus 4 equals plus 5 equals, divided by the number of observations is 3 equals 4. And so that's the arithmetic average of our returns. The geometric average answers the question, what was the growth rate of your investment? So we'll take 1 plus the return for year 1 times 1 plus the return for year 2 times 1 plus the return for year 3. And all those returns will be expressed as decimals. And since there's 3 returns here, we'll find the cube root. If there'd been 4, we would find the 4th root. If it were 2 of them, we'd find the square root. And the way that we can do that in our calculator, for example, the cube root, is by taking that product there and raising it to the 1/3 power. All right, let's try to find the geometric average. That answers the question, what was the growth rate for this investment? So we'll use decimals to reflect the returns here. And for each of the years, we'll add 1 to the returns and multiply them all together. And since there's 3 returns in this example, we'll find the cube root. If there'd been 4 returns, we would find the 4th root. 5 returns, the 5th root. And the way to find the 3rd root or the 4th root or the 5th root is to take whatever number you have and raise it to, in this instance, 1/3. If we're looking at the 4th root, it would be the 1/4. Okay, here goes nothing. 1 plus 0.03 is 1.03 times 1 plus 0.04 is 1.04 equals times 1 plus 0.05, 1.05 equals. And then what we're going to do is raise that to the 1/3 power. We're going to find the cube root of that expression there. So this key here is our y to the x. Let's make the x 0.33333333 because that's 1/3 equals that. And then we're going to subtract 1. And we find that the answer is 3.9968, so a little bit less than 4%. If somebody asked us, what did this investment earn for you over the last 3 years, we would say 3.9968%. And perhaps an even easier way to find the geometric average is to use our friend, the 3rd row. If we invested $100 here, how much would it grow to be at the end of 3 years? Let's clear that window. So we're going to start with $100 times 1.03. That's how much it's worth after the first year. Take that number, multiply that times 1.04. That's what it's worth after the second year. Take that and multiply that times 1.05. And at the end of 3 years, we have $112.48 or $112.476. Okay? Let's use our calculator to do this massive amount of arithmetic here. We'll set that up as the future value. We'll say that 3 is the n. And we'll say that we invested 100. 100 change sign, that's dollars out, is the PV. Then we'll compute I, and there it is again, 3.996795. A little heads up, if you're doing a geometric average and one of these returns is negative, then one of these factors is going to be less than 1. So if you lost 15%, 1 plus a negative 0.15 would be 0.85. Another heads up, if you started out with $100 and you ended up with $100, it doesn't matter what happened in the meantime as far as the geometric average is concerned, it's going to be 0. And what do we use these for? Well, the arithmetic average you would use if you're trying to predict what's going to happen next year to your investment. Geometric average is if you want to make a more long-term prediction. If it earned you 3.996795% for the last 3 years, it's probably going to earn you 3.996795 for the next 3 years. Hope that helps.